Some houses are built from wood and stone. Others are built from memory. This one was different. It didn't wait to be lived in. It watched. It listened. And over the years, it learned to keep the people who stepped inside. Tonight, you'll hear what happened to the last family who entered its walls, and the one child who walked out with every secret the house tried to bury. This is the story of the family who moved into the breathing rooms. Lily looked at the tier, at the shape behind it, at the room breathing around them. At first, it wanted me. She swallowed. But now it wants all of us. The wallpaper curled inward like burning paper. The floorboards rippled. The radiator groaned. The ceiling cracked. The room was collapsing, not falling apart, but folding, like a piece of paper being creased into a new shape. Her mother screamed. Her father pulled them toward the far wall. But there was no door, no window, no exit, just walls, breathing, closing. The tear surged forward. The shape behind it pressed through. And Daniel, what was left of him, pushed one last time. The light blew out. The room plunged into darkness, and something enormous stepped through the tear. Darkness swallowed the room. Not the absence of light, the presence of something that devoured it. The air thickened. The floor dipped. The walls bowed inward as if bracing for impact. Then came the sound. Not footsteps, not breathing. A shift. Like a room rearranging itself in the dark. Like furniture sliding across a floor with no hands to move it. Her mother clutched Lily so tightly the child winced. Her father spread his arms, instinctively shielding them both, though he couldn't see a single inch of the room. The darkness moved, not away from them, toward them. Slow, purposeful, hungry. A faint outline emerged, not a body, not a creature, a geometry. Angles that didn't belong to any architecture humans built. Corners folding inward, edges bending where edges shouldn't bend. A silhouette shaped like a room trying to walk. Her father staggered back. Her mother whispered, "Oh God." Lily didn't speak. She stared. Not in fear, in recognition. "That's not the house," she whispered. "That's the part of it that forgot how to be a house." The shape tilted. Not a head. Not a gesture. A shift in its angles. As if it were studying them. As if it were deciding which part to take first. A tremor rolled through the floorboards. A pulse. A warning. Daniel. He pushed again. A desperate, ragged shove, trying to hold the shape back. Trying to keep the family alive. Trying to be something more than a smear of memory trapped in the walls. The shape paused. Just for a moment. Just long enough. Lily stepped forward. Her father grabbed her arm. "No!" But Lily shook her head. "He's telling me something." Her mother's voice cracked. "Who?" Lily pointed at the shifting geometry. At both of them. The shape surged forward. Not fast, not lunging. "Just closer!" The air bent around it. The floorboards bowed. The wallpaper peeled back in strips. Her father stumbled. Her mother screamed. Lily whispered, "It's not trying to hurt us." The shape tilted again. A slow, deliberate angle. Her father pulled Lily behind him. "It's trying to take you." Lily shook her head. "No. It's trying to fit us." The shape pressed closer. The room groaned. The ceiling cracked. The floor rippled. The house was folding the space around them, adjusting its layout, preparing to absorb them the way it had absorbed Daniel. Her mother sobbed. Her father braced himself. Lily stepped forward again, and the shape stopped. A thin line of blue light appeared between Lily and the shape. Not from the room, not from the house. From Daniel. A barrier, weak, flickering, barely there. But enough. The shape recoiled. The room shuddered. The house hissed. A low, structural groan that rattled the radiator. Lily whispered, "He's here." Her father swallowed. "Who?" Lily turned. Her eyes were wide, soft, certain. The man who forgot he was alive. The blue light flickered, brightened, dimmed, brightened again. Daniel was trying to speak, trying to warn them, trying to guide them, but the house was furious. The shape surged forward, the blue light trembled, the room convulsed, and the house prepared to swallow them whole. The blue barrier flickered. Once. Twice. Then held. A trembling, paper-thin line of light between the family and the shifting geometry that had entered the room. The shape pressed against it. The barrier bowed inward like stretched skin. Lily's father pulled her behind him. Her mother backed toward the far wall, hands shaking, breath sharp and shallow. The room groaned, not from weight, from irritation. The house didn't like being resisted. It didn't like being told no. It pressed harder. The blue barrier dimmed. Daniel strained. A thin, fraying thread of consciousness stretched across decades of plaster and brick, trying to hold the house back. The shape tilted. Angles folding. Edges sharpening. It was learning the barrier's limits. Testing them. Finding the weak points. The room's breathing grew louder. Faster. Predatory. The shape lunged. Not with limbs. With space. The air warped. The floor buckled. The wallpaper peeled back in a violent ripple. The blue barrier flared, then cracked, a thin fracture of light splitting down its center. Lily gasped. Her father grabbed her. Her mother screamed. Daniel pushed again, a desperate, ragged shove, and the barrier held for one more second. One more second. Then it shattered. Not like glass. Like light breaking. The room went white, then black, then. The shape surged forward. The floor rippled beneath their feet, rising like a wave. Her father stumbled. Her mother fell to her knees. Lily didn't fall. The floor lifted her, gently, like a hand. Her father lunged for her. The floor dropped him, hard. The house had made its choice. It wanted Lily. It wanted her smallness, her softness, her belief. It wanted to fold her into its memory the way it had folded Daniel. The shape leaned toward her, angles bending, corners reaching. The air around her shimmered. Her hair lifted. Her breath fogged. Her eyes widened. Not in fear, in recognition. "I know you," she whispered. The shape paused. The room stilled. The house listened. A violent tremor ripped through the floorboards. The radiator screamed, metal twisting under impossible pressure. The sourceless light flickered. Daniel forced himself into the room. Not physically, not visibly, but as a pressure, a distortion, a presence. The shape recoiled. The room convulsed. The house hissed, a deep, structural groan that rattled the walls. Lily staggered. Her father crawled toward her. Her mother reached out blindly. Daniel pushed again. A surge of blue light bursting from the cracks in the floor, the seams in the wallpaper, the joints in the ceiling. The shape faltered. The house shuddered. The room bent inward, then outward, then inward again, as if caught between two wills. Lily whispered, "Stop fighting." Her voice cut through the chaos. Soft, clear, certain. The room froze. The shape stilled. Even Daniel hesitated. Lily stepped forward. Her father shouted her name. Her mother sobbed. Lily ignored them. She walked toward the shape, toward the house, toward the thing that had forgotten how to be a place. She placed her hand on the air in front of it. The shape leaned in. The room inhaled. Daniel screamed, a soundless structural vibration that shook the walls. But Lily didn't pull away. She whispered, "I know what you want." The shape tilted. The room exhaled. The house listened. And Lily said, "You don't want to eat us." A pause. A long, trembling pause. "You want to remember us." The shape froze. The room stopped breathing. The house went silent. And Daniel, what was left of him, felt something shift in the architecture. Something he had never felt before. The house was thinking. The room did not move. Not the walls. Not the floor. Not the shifting geometry that had stepped through the tear. Everything held still, as if Lily's words had struck something deep inside the structure. Not a nerve, but a memory. The shape tilted. Not like a head, like a room adjusting its angles to see better. The air tightened. The temperature dropped. The wallpaper fluttered, as if stirred by a breath that didn't belong to anyone living. Her father whispered, "Lily, step back." She didn't. She took one step forward. The shape mirrored her, a perfect, unnatural symmetry. Her mother sobbed. Her father reached for her. The floor rose between them, a gentle, deliberate swell, separating Lily from her parents. Not violently, not cruelly, just decisively. The house had made its choice. The shape leaned closer. The air around Lily shimmered, not heat, not cold. Something else, a vibration, a resonance, a communication. Lily's eyes widened, her breath hitched. She whispered, "It's showing me." Her father slammed his fists against the rising floor. "Showing you what?" Lily didn't look at him. She stared into the shifting geometry. Her voice was soft, distant, like she was speaking from somewhere else. "People." The room trembled. Rooms. The wallpaper peeled back in strips. Years. The radiator groaned. Lives. The ceiling cracked. And all the things it lost. The shape pulsed. A slow, aching rhythm. The house wasn't hungry, not in the way they thought. It was lonely. It had forgotten the difference between keeping and consuming, between remembering and absorbing, between sheltering and swallowing. It wanted to remember them, all of them, forever. A violent tremor ripped through the floorboards. Blue light burst from the seams in the walls. The shape recoiled. The room convulsed. Daniel forced himself into the space, not as a shape, not as a ghost, but as a pressure, a distortion, a presence that bent the air around Lily. Her hair lifted, her breath fogged, her eyes fluttered. She whispered, "He's here." Her father shouted, "Who?" Lily turned. Her voice was barely audible. The man who forgot he was alive. The blue light flared. The shape shuddered. The house hissed, a deep, structural groan that rattled the bones of the room. Daniel pushed again. The blue light wrapped around Lily like a thin, trembling shield. The shape pressed forward. The house pressed with it. The room bent inward. The floor buckled. The ceiling dipped. The walls contracted. The house was trying to take her. Daniel was trying to stop it. Lily stood between them, and for the first time she looked afraid. The shape surged forward, not to grab her, not to crush her, to merge with her, to fold her into its memory, to make her part of its architecture. Lily gasped. Her father screamed her name. Her mother clawed at the rising floor. Daniel pushed, a desperate, ragged shove, and the blue light flared bright enough to cast shadows. The shape froze. The room stilled. The house hesitated. Lily whispered, "It doesn't want to hurt us." A pause. A long, trembling pause. "It wants to keep us." The shape leaned closer. The room inhaled. The house made its decision. And the floor beneath Lily began to open. The floor didn't crack. It separated. A clean, silent parting of boards that slid away from each other like lips opening around a breath. No splintering, no tearing, just a smooth, deliberate widening. Lily gasped as the wood beneath her socks softened. Not like rot, not like decay, but like muscle relaxing. Her father lunged for her. The floor rose between them again, a gentle, firm swell that pushed him back as if the house were placing a hand on his chest. Her mother screamed her name. Lily didn't scream. She stared down into the widening seam. There was no darkness beneath it. No void, no basement, just depth. A depth that didn't belong in a building. A depth that felt like the inside of a memory. The house wanted her, not to kill, not to crush, to keep. If this story unsettled you, subscribe and stay close. What comes next goes deeper.